what's going on, everybody? Welcome on this Curvy Fit Chicks Workout Wednesday. I'm excited to be here. My name is Trynette, but I am the Curvy Fit RN and founder of Curvy Fit Chicks, where I get to serve beautiful women like yourselves, curvy women, by helping you to love your bodies right now and transform into disciplined, healthy athletes that gain the confidence that they need to flaunt their fit curves unapologetically. Yes, honey. So, today is a very special day because we have a guest. Yes, we're going to be having a guest come in shortly. She is a bra expert. Her name is Karima Renee. Here on the internet sphere, she is known as the Philly Bra Lady. So you can find her at the Philly Bra Lady, and I'm going to jump right into it. Miss Karima Renee is out of Philly, of course. And let me tell you just a little bit about her, and then she can tell you about herself. But she worked an internship back in 2007. This is where it all began, people, with celebrity stylist June Ambrose. And ever since then, she has been doing her thing, making sure that we look beautiful. And I would say we as in women, making sure that we look top of the line, top notch, and making sure that our bras have us looking like we really are. And that is confident and that is comfortable in the skin that we are in, no matter what our size is, especially as those of us who have larger cup sizes. It can sometimes be a challenge. And that's why I'm so happy to have her here. She has worked both in New York and in Philadelphia in the fashion industry. And she dives into intimate apparel. So it's not just bras, but I'm speaking to her today about bras. And you all know we are all about the curvy confidence here. So with that being said, I'm going to introduce to some, like they say in church, and present to others. Miss Karima Renee, welcome.
Thank you for having me. That was such a nice introduction. It's always weird, like when you hear people, well, for me anyway, I can't speak for others, but it's always like, it's a very weird yet like humbling experience when you have someone introduce you or just start talking, about you. So I appreciate you saying all those kind words. Thank you.
You're welcome. And is there anything else you want to share about yourself before we kind of dive right into things?
So just that whole journey into becoming the Philly Bra Lady, I believe, was something that was of divinity.
Mm.
So I always used to like wonder and question as a teenager and even as a younger adult, why would God give me these breasts? I can't stand them. They get on my nerves. And, it wasn't until that I got into doing this that I realized that this was my purpose in life.
Mm.
I love what I do. I'm so glad that I'm able to be a disruptor in this industry, all while helping women, and to actually be a voice that is respected, not just amongst consumers, but also amongst industry professionals. That's something that's very important to me because I feel like nobody really speaks up for us. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to call them out like, why don't you have this? And, why don't you just say that the reason why you won't carry this is because you feel like larger sizes don't look pretty on a rack. You know what I'm saying? So it's an honor to be that. I'm definitely thankful that God gave me these breasts because if he didn't, I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be able to empathize, to the capacity that I am able to empathize with my clients and just with women in general about what the struggle is really like when you don't fit into that median mid-size range box of retail. So just wanted to add that and just say that I am really thankful to be able to be here and just to do this for women.
Know how much of my testimony you are speaking. So much, born into this body and questioned.
Yes.
Questioned it and didn't want it because it was just not like everybody else's, and it gained so much attention that I did not want.
Yes.
You know, you got people going around who want all of that, and I'm like, I'm not her.
Right, right. It's that they want it because of what they assume it will be like, but when you're actually in it, it's something completely different.
Yes.
So yeah, I tell people, my clients all the time that complain, I'm like, would you like to trade? Because it's not so fun on this side of the alphabet, okay? Like, we can trade off if you want to trade. So.
Okay. Last thing. One of the things I like to say is that, you know, my curves have always been here, but I had to grow into my calling by accepting the curves that I was given.
Right.
You know?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that was a whole process in itself. So I feel you, girl. What should we consider before purchasing a sports bra?
So it's a few things. The first that you should consider, one is, do I actually know my size and my body, right? Because anytime you're getting any type of bra, those are the two things that you have to consider, because if you don't know your size, you could be getting the wrong type of bra for you. And the same thing goes with, if you don't know what's going to work for your particular body, you also could be getting the wrong type of sports bra for you. So you want to start with that part first. So those are the first two things. Once you know those things, then it's all about what type of workout are you doing. So are you doing low impact? Are you doing something in the middle? Are you doing high impact? Because no matter what the size of your breast is, different bras will serve different purposes. So you'll need to make sure that you're equipped for either one. And being on the bustier side of things, now for me being in the industry, busty means like H and above. That's busty. And then also anyone who is wearing like a 42 and above. Those are more on the busty side, because you could be a 32B, but you could also be a 42B, and those are two different types of B cups. So it really depends on that. And then as women of color, specifically Black women, our breasts have a tendency to be heavier and dense. So we need oftentimes high impact for most things. One for support, and then the other one also just to kind of contain that breast tissue from bouncing up and down on your chest like that, because of course that's not good when you're doing it continuously for 30 minutes to work out, or an hour or 45-minute class. So those are the first three things that you need to think about. So do I know my size? Do I know the shape and style of bra that I need? And what type of workouts am I doing?
You see people exercising and their breasts are just going all over the place.
Right.
What are some of the issues that they may develop, you know, from doing that over time?
So one of the main issues, especially for women who have not had children yet, is that you can actually tear milk ducts in the top of your breast. You can tear them from all of that pulling and that up and down, and you don't want to do that. And a lot of times, like, we don't really think that it's going to cause any harm, but oftentimes that happens. It can even happen from not wearing something that is supportive. Once again, for women that have this heavy, dense breast tissue, you want to make sure that you are really properly supporting that. And then also, this part isn't factual, but it's a myth that most people have some form of scoliosis, like a pinch of it. So, you know, oftentimes when women get in a bra that fits, they say, oh, my posture's changed. I'm sitting up straight, because your weight on your chest is evenly distributed. So I always tell this to clients. So the band is the most important part of your bra, which is excuse me, this part right here, right? That's your band.
Okay.
So, and knowing that, right, that's where all of the weight is supposed to be. So the weight is supposed to be distributed like an upside down T. So parallel to your abdomen, which is why you know, just in general, we're supposed to have a stronger core, because
Yeah.
the stronger your core is, the stronger your back is. So it's parallel like this, and then it goes up through the spine, through the straps this way. So you want to make sure that it's the bra is doing its job. Oftentimes when women are in the wrong size bra, the reason why they're having back issues here, spinal issues with their neck and nerves, things like that, shoulder pain, because all of that is connected, right? Because of your central nervous system here. So because of all of that stuff, when your bra isn't fitting correctly, most of the weight is here on your shoulders. That's not the way it should be. That's a right side up T going across your shoulders and down your spine. That's the incorrect way that the weight should be distributed of your breast when you're in a bra. It should be this way, so that everything is even through your core and up through the spine, coming up through your shoulders. So you can have all types of issues as far as your breast, your back, your neck, and your nervous system just from carrying around that weight incorrectly on your chest for years, you know, and years. And we don't think about it that way. We just think that it just has to do with vanity, but it can really, you know, affect your mental state, your mood, and your physical health.
Wow.
It's a lot. I when we meet, I'm like, yeah, you wanna, you know, make sure that it's right. You could even get permanent bone dents
What?
on the side of your body where the underwire comes. So right here,
Really?
you can get bone dents, and then a lot of times women get the divot
Yes.
and the bruising there. And when you get bone dents, you can't get rid of them. They're there for life. Yeah, they're there. Now you can get rid of just like a little slope that you may get on your shoulder and the marks, yes. But when it's actually the bone that has a divot in it, you can't get rid of that. I actually have bone dents on the side from being a high schooler that wore two wired bras to school for 8 years, all throughout high school and all throughout college before I got all this education from the lady who started out as my bra lady. But she felt page and she told me that I had them. Now, they don't cause me any pain or anything, but
Okay.
something to be aware of, like it's internal things that are going on and you don't even know that they're going on because they're happening inside, you know, of your body.
The comments on the screen, but Pamela says, listen to vibrations. She says she's worn the wrong size bra for years and finally got the right size a few years ago after she went to a professional fitting in ATL, and it changed her life.
Yes, ma'am. It is very, very life changing. And you don't have to have a super full bust for it to be life changing. I have measured women who were going around wearing 38B all their lives, and then they 32C. And even that, it boosted their confidence because they feel sexier, they feel more empowered about it, they feel good when they look in the mirror, they have a better shape. So it's really a mental process that we're doing as fitters. It's not even so much what's happening on the outside. Yes, that's a part of it. But when you see people, you know, completely transform spiritually before your eyes, you know, that's when you know that the work that you're doing is not just ministry, but it's changing this person's life, changing how they're looking at themselves in the mirror.
I would definitely say so.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it, another reason why I wanted you to come on here and have this conversation is because we're in the online world. And so a lot of us have to measure ourselves in order to, before we make a purchase of a sports bra. You know what I'm saying? And we, according to you and the numbers, we obviously are missing the mark.
But you know what? That's because bra fitting is both an art and a science. So when you're uneducated about the art part of it, you're only using the science. You know,
Right.
bras are symmetrical. They're man-made. We are not. You know, and so I was reading something today and it was talking about how this lady prefers to use this particular bra calculator because they take more than the 4 measurements that are standard. Well, in America, only 2 measurements are standard. Now, this lady is in Ireland. So in America, only 2 measurements are standard, right? When you go to Victoria's Secret or Lane Bryant or Macy's or what have you, they take 2 measurements and they go from there.
You're
This
right.
thing, they take 4. She's saying the calculator that she likes takes 6. Well, at the ThePhillyBraLady, we take 10.
Say what?
Yes, we take 10. We start in the back and then we work our way to the front because it's a very intricate process. Again, we are basically trying to fit squares into circles because we are not symmetrical. When they make these bras and they come up with these sizes, they're like, oh, okay, she's a 38G, so her nipples must be 7.5 inches apart, and each breast is 10 inches wide. Well, what if one is 12 and what if one is 13? So when you're doing it at home, the issue is when the numbers don't make sense, or also the most important part, when you don't have someone there to help you do it. Because you can't get as precise. Because how are you going to hold the measuring tape and hold your boobs at the same time? You can't.
Right.
You only have 2 hands.
Right.
So because of that, that's why the mark is being missed. And then there are so many other intricacies that just go into fitting, which is why you really need someone who really knows what they're doing, and why that little 2-week course that fitters take in retail is not enough. I've been doing this almost 10 years and I still learn stuff all the time. So, it's very detailed.
So what it sounds like is before I order another sports bra, I need to make sure that I've had a virtual fitting with you.
Yes.
And that sounds like if you are watching this, before you go and get your sports bra or your regular bra, but I'm just talking about sports bras today, that you need to make sure that you get a fitting done because there's so many layers to it.
Yes. And that's why when women come to me, our appointments are anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. Sometimes with some clients, if we're just really having a good time, it could go even longer. And it's like, wow, 2 hours went by. I can't really believe that. But I am not only teaching women about a bra, I am teaching them about themselves. I want you to understand, if I say to you, a molded t-shirt bra is not going to work, I want you to understand why. If I'm saying to you, no more Nike shelf sports bras, no. This is what you need and this is why. Because even with sports bras, they're all different. All bras are different. They're all made on their own unique pattern that's sketched out. So each of them is different. They all have their own personality, but which one is going to be right for you is different. Because you and I could be the same size bra, but different body shapes, different height. You could have dense breasts. I could have breasts that are more flaccid and long. So it depends. Like, all of these things take into account what's going to work. And most women, when they come to a fitter, because you guys, pretty much when you get to that point, when you come to a fitter, you're super frustrated. You just want to be done with it. You've been struggling with this mess all your life, and you want me to have a magic wand you know, and go bippity boppity boo and give you this number and letter, and then everything is magical and you can go anywhere you want and just pick up that magical size off the rack and you're done. And it just doesn't work like that. Even me as a fitter, if I change sizes, if I want to try something new, I have to take my time with it. You have to be patient with it. And I always tell clients, look, you waited this long to get it right. What's a few more weeks?
Right. Whew. I hope you all have your pen and pad and you are taking notes, because this is very good information. And a lot of this, I didn't, grow up with this information, right? As a lot of people did not, like I'm going to have a whole nother conversation with my daughter, and I'm going to have to also get her fitted. Is there a certain age?
There's no age. What I recommend is doing something called the pencil test, which you can take a pencil like this or a pen, whatever you have available. And once you feel like your daughter, needs to do this, you're going to take that pen or pencil, put it underneath one of the breasts. See if it stays. The goal is to get it to stay for 20 to 30 seconds. If you make it that long, then she definitely needs a fitting. If it stays there for a little bit, maybe 8 seconds or so, and then falls, then doing like little bralettes and stuff should still be okay. If there's not even enough room for the pencil to go under anything, then you can still wait and just kind of do like, whatever she's comfortable in. If it's a training bra, then that's fine. If it's something a little more advanced than that, that's fine too. But you want to start having those conversations and letting them also be a part of your bra shopping experience, because we need to know as young girls, this is a part of becoming a woman. The same way our menstrual cycle, you get a talk, they tell you what to do, all those things. It has to be the same thing with your breasts. We can't continue to neglect them, because the cycle will continue of women coming to me over 50 years old saying this is their first time getting a measurement, and that should not be, because by the time you're 50, and this is just a woman who has not had any children, by the time you're 50, your breasts have already changed 5 times.
Oh, wow.
That you get your menstrual cycle, that's when they start to change. So, you've already missed some of the marks. So, it's definitely something that we need to start to educate our young girls about in our family, in our community, just in general.
I'm getting fed so well here, and I know others are. We're getting comments of good advice. Pamela said, it definitely is worth the money to have a professional fitter. The golden life is trying to coerce you to come to South Florida, and I'm sure some other women are too. And then we have someone here said that they're 50. Is it too late? She had a breast reduction.
No, it's never too late. No, and especially after the reduction, once all the swelling has gone down. I don't know, if it's been months or years since you've had the reduction, but it's never too late. Your body is always changing, because from 50 to 55, it's going to change again, and then from 55 to 60, it's going to change again. So, like the other ladies said earlier in the chat, you want to have a bra lady that you trust and that can help you through this process, because it's a journey. And when your body changes, you need to have somebody that you trust, that you can go to, that can help you with this process.
Thank you. Oh, she said she had it in 2002.
Oh, yeah. So, no, you're good to go. Let's see what's going on, because a lot has changed since 2002.
Yeah, sure. So tell me, how do you feel when it comes to underwire versus no underwire for sports bras?
So again, I think it depends on your breast. Always, that's always going to be the first thing that I'm going to say.
Okay.
Because take somebody like myself. Now, I know I'm not the average. I'm far from the average. I can wear anything from a 34K US to a 34O European. So I'm not the average by
No,
any. However, I have to. Like, I don't have a choice, type of thing. Now, there are a few brands out there where someone at my cup size could go wireless, not necessarily for a sports bra, but they could in a compatible bra if for whatever reasons they had some type of surgery done or it's just super uncomfortable for them. There are other alternatives. But generally speaking, again, if your breasts are over a G cup, wire is the way to go. Wire only hurts when it is not the right style for you or it's the wrong size. Or the other time that a wire can hurt is sometimes if we have a lot of belly jelly, then when you sit down and that fold happens, because when I was pregnant, that was the first time I ever experienced that. And it was like, I was like, oh my God, is this what my clients are talking about?
that's
Because
it.
I had worn the wrong bra size before, of course, but I had never had that as an issue. And when I had it, it was literally like somebody was like stabbing me in the rib.
Mm-hmm.
So for those women that go through that, I would definitely say, don't do that, of course, because it's very painful. But generally speaking, yes. Also, those of us who are over a 44 band, wire is definitely the way to go because you want to make sure that all that weight is supported. Because listen, the weight is going to find somewhere to land. So it's
Yes.
land on your belly, on your back, or on your shoulders. Somebody's going to pick up the slack, and you want it to be the bra, not your body, because that's a lot of wear and tear on your body. Just walking, let alone actually going to a class or trying to actually work out somewhere.
As a tweetable, okay? Because you want to make sure that it is the bra that is taking up that force.
Yes.
From and not your body.
Correct.
I like that. Okay. And so my issues in the past, I'm sure, have been I've had the wrong size dealing with the underwire.
Yes.
I'm 100% sure because they only go up to a certain size in the store.
Yes.
And so it's like you just get the biggest that they have and keep going.
Yes. And we as fitters are with y'all. We don't understand that. It kind of just doesn't make sense. Like when Target decided they were going to extend sizes, right? So everyone's asking me, did you review it? Did you see it? So I'm like, okay, let me just go. Go there. First thing I see when I go in there is now available extended sizes G and H only online.
Yes, that's what they do.
But don't they understand that the G and H need to try it on in the store? Like the B and C,
Yes.
the ones that need to try it on in the store. And I'm not hating on Target.
Right.
Or anybody that's a B or a C. Because quite frankly, I could switch with a C cup.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not hating on you. But the chances of you guys getting it right, the accessibility that you have versus women who are over a 40 band, who are over a G cup, they don't have that. So wouldn't it make sense? I just didn't get that. Oh, I went on here and did a whole rant. I was on fire that day.
Oh gosh, it is such oh goodness. Somebody was saying she's a double D and she still has to try it on, and the bigger you are, the more you need to try on. And I'm like, yeah.
Yes, you need to see what is going on.
it's, oh, we'll let it go. Okay. How do you feel about racerback bras versus like a full back bra, sports bra, you know?
Right.
Because I'm always like, I feel better if it's a fuller back. I feel
Right.
like I have more support, and
Mm-hmm.
but you're the expert. I'm gonna let you take that on.
So I agree with you wholeheartedly. I'm just not a person in general. Even like with swimwear, like if it's altered nonsense, absolutely not. Again, your central nervous system is here, right?
Right.
It takes so much pressure. So again, the weight is going here.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. So I say that again, if you're busty or your breasts are heavy, I would not recommend the racer bag. Now I will say that I have the Alomi Energize bra for
Okay.
running. Because at this point, like I love the one that we sell by Alila. I have it on now because I wanted to be able to give you guys a visual.
Okay.
That bra, but I don't like it for running at my size. Now, my girlfriend who's only a 40G, is fine for her. But for me, my breasts are significantly larger than hers. So it's not going to work for me for running, but I wear it for other stuff. Like I wear it for HIIT. I wear it for, strength training, yoga, things like that. But for running, no. Now, I like to clasp my racer back when I run. But baby, as soon as I'm done, I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't, and women love it. Like even regular bras that I have, the ones that you can turn into a racer back, that's a selling point for them. They're like, "Ooh, really?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yeah," and it doesn't do anything for me. Like that wouldn't sell me on a bra, but it sells a lot of women. So I know it's kind of like women loving pockets.
Oh, yeah.
It's I don't get it, but they love them and it sells it for them. So, they're able to see. Yes, I can stand up for you guys so that you can see it. So this is my Alila 2511 sports bra. So this is what she looks like. It's like two bras in one, essentially. So you have 4 hook and eye prongs in the back.
Uh-huh.
These are like a non-slip grip. These also, when you adjust the straps, it goes back this way, which typically I'm not a fan of. But because the band is so good, this is not a pressure point. Normally, you never want to pull this glider over the shoulder or on top of the shoulder. But when they go back this way, it's okay because it's actually helping with lift in this. But again, you have such a nice band that you're good. Now, some people may be saying, oh, well, the band's not really wide. Well, I'm only a 34, so I'm only going to get but so much width anyway.
Okay.
The 34 versus the 44 would look completely different. Also, this is wire, and it actually has 2 cups in the inside. So if you're a heavy sweater, you don't have to worry about that. All that boobs being pushed together, you don't have to worry about that. Can you see that I'm separate?
Yes, I can see
Okay.
that.
So you will be separated in the inside. You won't be all smushed together like that. You don't want to be smushed together like that. You want to be separated the same way that you would in a regular bra. But those are some of my favorite sports bras. I have others as well for different cup sizes. And this one that I have on goes up to L in the cup and goes up to a 46 band.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Now, so my cups are not. I'm not even sure what cup I am, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna have to schedule. Um, but I think it's around a G cup.
Okay.
So with that particular bra, for me, then I should be able to run in this bra, or would this just be like my workout bra, and then I still would have a different running bra?
I would say I would have a different running bra.
Okay.
Like I said, I use this one as my everyday workout bra when I'm indoors. But when I'm outdoors running, I use the Allow Me Energize bra. Um, I use it because it's the best one that I have found. But for someone petite like me, the wires are a bit wide, and I don't like that at all. But I'll deal with it in the meantime. And with the wires being wide, after a while, I'm definitely getting poked on the side.
Right.
So I don't like that. But again, because my cup size is so large,
Right.
there's nothing else really that is available. Trust me, if you've tried it, 9 times out of 10, I have tried it. I've tried G-Fit. It's not for me. She-Fit, in my opinion, is for women who are more proportionate. I am extremely out of proportion. By that I mean, so my rib cage is there's a 14-inch difference between where my nipple sticks out and where my rib cage. So I have to have a numbered band, because if not, my boobs are going to, if it fits the boobs, the band is so wide, and then my boobs are just going to fall out the bottom.
Mm.
So I cannot do anything that is not cup size. And unfortunately, there's just not a lot on the market once you get past an H cup as far as a bra goes. I would wear this one, but it's not enough. It's not enough control for me when I run. So I wear the Allow Me one then, and then I wear this Alila one all the other times that I'm out.
Wow. Okay. So, how many sports bras should we keep on hand at any given time, would you say?
So I would say probably you can have 3. Now, if you're a person like me, you work out like more than 3 times a week, or I would say maybe 4 to 5. But it really depends. And the reason why you would need that many is because every time you work out, you have to wash it. You know, you can't run sports bras. Unless maybe, if you don't sweat at all and you're doing something that is not intense, perhaps. But most women, we sweat and it stinks. So, and it's bacteria on it. So
Yes.
wash it. Excuse me. So, that's how many I would say. Now, I work out a lot and I'm busy, so I tend to have a lot of sports bras. I tend to have like 7 or 8 at a time. But that's so that I can go that whole week, do my workouts, and then wash them on wash day. When I wash my bras, which is typically on Wednesdays, is my bra washing day, which is today, but I'm not doing it today, but normally it's on Wednesday.
So, I have a question for you,
Mhm.
because there's a lot of transformation that happens, when you're working out all the time.
Right.
So how do you deal with that? Like, because you might not be that size in, like, the next 3 or 4 months.
Right.
How
Hmm.
how does that work? Or are there certain bras that are better to wear because you're gonna have to be getting another fitting again? Or I'm not sure.
So if you're actively, like if you're doing your workouts because you're actively really trying to lose weight, or you are losing a significant amount of weight, then first off, get yourself a bra lady, and then take your measurements and already take them. And then every 15 to 20 pounds, retake those measurements or make an appointment and go and see that person. So one
Okay.
of the things that I do is when you get your fitting with me, that fitting fee covers you for a whole year. So you can come back and see me as many times as you need to at no additional cost, whether it's just a shot because you lost weight, gained weight, whatever the case may be, because your boobs are going to change. And so generally a cup or a band size is every 15 to 20 pounds, really closer to 20. And you'll start to see it. Bras will fit differently. You may have space. The band might be loose. So I would say definitely every 15 to 20 pounds. And then if you're starting out in a new size, then maybe just get 2 or 3 and just actively wash them out, because if you are definitely going to continue with losing weight, you're going to have to buy some more again, um, eventually anyway. So I would say take your time with it. I always recommend when you start out in a new size to just start with 3 and then kind of go from there. Even if you're not losing weight, just because, you know, it's more budget friendly to do that.
Okay.
Can rotate them throughout the week properly, which is every 2 days. So for instance, when you get 3, you have a bra you can wear on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then on Thursday, you're going to come back to Monday's. So 2 days of wear in between each time you wear, days of rest in between each wear.
That's awesome. Awesome information. And Islam Queen Hollywood said that she didn't even know that.
I was looking at that like you did, but okay.
No, we didn't. I'm just
But
gonna say no, we did not. The collective did not. Okay, we. So
she supports and watches me all the time. So
I love that anyone that comes to you can come back within that year and not have to pay another fee. Like,
right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, my clients, you know, most of them, we have a very, you know, close relationship, because it's something very intimate that we're doing together. And again, you know, I want women to trust me because they're putting a lot of things in my hands, whether they know it or not. And it's for some women, a very emotional experience. Sometimes it's tears of joy, sometimes, you know, not so much joyful tears, but it always ends on a good note. And so I want them to know, like, when you come to me, I take that seriously. I am your bra lady. So when you need stuff, call me. Even if you're, you know, making a purchase from someplace else, I would rather you text me, hey, is this a good brand? Is this going to work? Than to get it and then text me and I'm like, why did you get that? Like, you should have just texted me before you hit purchase. I would have told you no.
That's really good. And I love people who create genuine connections with their clients and really care about them past just what can I do for you. And I can really feel that through you. So I just want to let you know. You appreciate it.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. So we've talked about how many bras we should have. We talked about how often. Did we talk about how often we should replace them?
No, not yet.
We didn't. Okay. So let's go there. How often should we replace them?
So I look at it this way. You always want to be constantly rotating them, right?
Okay.
So the goal is to 2 things. One, have enough bras in general to get you through the week. And then the other one is when you're working out, you want to have enough to sustain you for however many workouts you're doing a week, since you wash them after each wear. So my thing is, every time the weather permanently changes, buy 1 or 2 bras. Now, with sports bras, you may only need to buy 1, but with everyday bras, you'll need to buy 1 or 2 if that is within your budget. The reason why you want to do that is because you never want to get to a point where you have to replace everything all at once. You want to make sure that you just keep buying them. You know, make it a habit. This is something that we're wearing every day for the most part. Now, yes, COVID has changed that because some of us don't have to leave the house on a daily basis for work like we used to. However, you still want to make sure because you need to protect that investment, right? So
Right.
if you're paying anywhere from $50 to $70 per bra, you want to make sure that you get the most out of that. But the only way that you're going to do that is to make sure that one, you have enough bras to wear, because the more you wear a bra, the more you wear it out. Two, make sure you're rotating it throughout the week properly. Three, please keep them out of machines. If you have to wash it in the washer, because I understand you're busy, then get a lingerie bag or a laundry mesh bag. Put them in there, typically by themselves or with other delicates. Cold water wash, delicate cycle, and please use either baby shampoo or Dr. Bonner's Castile soap. Or if you want to be fancy and get lingerie wash, you can. But baby shampoo is $2.49 for a 16-ounce bottle. So just use that. You're going to use a cap full for every 2 bras that you're washing at a time. And no, the baby shampoo will not disrupt the cycle of your washing machine, whether you have one that has the spin in the middle or if you have a front or top loader, it will not do that. It won't affect it the way like dishwashing liquid would. It will be fine.
And what about when we're hand washing? Should we use the baby
Yeah, so the same
shampoo?
drill, cold water, baby shampoo or Castile soap. Same thing, a cap full for every 2 bras. And you know, it's not an actual and you can actually, if you YouTube the video, you can see me doing it. But it's not,
Oh,
you're actually sitting over the washer, or I mean, excuse me, over the sink and like scrubbing. No. It's
no.
soap.
Oh,
You literally put them in the water, swish them around a little bit, and go on about your day. Leave them in there for a minimum of 30 minutes. You can even leave them in there overnight, for days, actually. I have done it because I have gotten that busy with life. They will not stink. They will not smell like mildew like they would if you left them in the washer. They will be just fine. And then you just take it, let that dirty water go out. You will see all the dirt and skin follicles and nasty stuff that's on there, especially if it's a sports bra. That water is super dirty, murky looking. It's nasty. Let that drain out. Rinse your bras with cold water or just let the sink fill back up with cold water. Drain it out. Squeeze out the water. Start at the band because that's where most of the water is going to be, at the band and the straps. And then lay it flat on a towel to dry or hang it on a hanger. Don't fold it in the middle like this. Let me grab a bra so I can demonstrate what I mean. Hold on.
okay.
Don't fold it like this, like over the banister or the shower, because
Mm-hmm.
it breaks down this piece of material right here in the middle, which is called the gore. You don't want to break that part down because that is the part that helps you stay separate. So you need that part to be flush to your chest in the middle like that so that you stay separate. Now, I will say this is something fun. So if you're watching this, right, take these 4 fingers, put them like this. You see how my boobs didn't move? Because it didn't push any tissue out the way. If you do that and you touch booby tissue, you're in the wrong size bra. The cup is too small. Remember, your breasts are not supposed to touch when you're wearing a bra. They're supposed to be separated. So if they touched, call me, DM me, I'll help you.
Wow. So apparently I need to get my life together.
So
Um, I feel so enlightened. I feel so full. I am so grateful and gracious that you accepted this invitation. This has been a phenomenal time I have had. Welcome to the Be Authentically You, because no one else can do what you do.
Right.
Like, sincerely.
Thank you.
So any tips or suggestions or don't do that you want to share with us before you exit?
Yes. So with all things bras, but especially with sports bras and with swimwear, get cup sized. It's so important. That small, medium, large nonsense, no. Now, you're lucky enough to be able to do a sports bra, a shelf sports bra that is non-cup sized. That's what a shelf sports bra is. They're also called the compression style. Then by all means, if it works, it works. But for most women, cup size is going to be the way to go.
Okay.
Get yourself a bra, lady. It doesn't necessarily have to be me. I would love it if it is, but it doesn't have to be me. You're more likely to find a good one at a lingerie boutique somewhere in your area. So try to research and find somewhere there, because, you know, even what we do virtually, virtual appointments, I will tell you, a lot of patience on your part, because I can't see you, I can't touch you the way that I would if you were physically in front of me. So it takes a lot of follow-ups and things like that, because it's a lot of back and forth. It's a good place to start. But having somebody that's right there in front of you can help much, much better. And then the other thing is, give yourself some grace. You know, it's okay if you didn't know most of the stuff that I talked about today, because if I wasn't in this industry, I wouldn't know either. You know, my mother didn't teach me these things. I learned these things from working with women like you, and from research, and from going to classes for the past 10 years. And then, you know, teaching a class last year. So give yourself some grace. It's okay. When you know better, you do better. And now that you ladies know better, you know, make your breasts a priority. They're a part of your body, and, you know, they shouldn't be neglected. And at one point, you know, you should decorate with pretty things, whether it's a pretty sports bra or a piece of lingerie. And then last but not least, I want to say that I'm going to give you all my top favorite sports bras of
Okay.
all time. So number one is going to be the one that I have on again, which is this one by Alila. It's the 2511 bra. I love it. It comes in black, it comes in nude, and in January it will come in black and pink. I wish they had more colors, but that's all they have for now. Number two is the Wacoal sports bra. For the girls that are in the like mid-range section, that hold like C to H, baby, it is bomb. It's ugly, but it's bomb. It comes up real high. Like if you're trying to look cute in the summer at the gym or outside, it's going to be ugly. Like it comes all the way up. The underwire's on the outside. But I actually think that that is the beauty of the bra, that the underwire is in the inside. When I was smaller busted and I was a 34H, I love that sports bra. Like it is the best, hands down. And then my third one is the Alomi Energized bra for my girls that are plus, and then also have either a large band and a small cup, or a large cup and a large band. It's a great option for you. For the girls that are more petite, that have a large band, to try it, but like for the wires are very wide. Oftentimes when you're petite and you have a large bust, you need narrow wires and a deep cup. The cup is deep, but the wire is really wide, so sometimes you might get nicked on the side by the wire, but it's still a great sports bra. It may not do that to you, but it definitely did it to me. And then Prima Donna makes a high impact sports bra that is also amazing. But I think it only goes up to J cups. And those are my top sports bras of all time.
Now you said Kohl's, as in like the department store,
No,
K-O.
Wacoal. Wacoal.
Why Kohl? See,
Mm-hmm.
that's
So Wacoal. Wacoal.
oh.
And the Waco one you can get at a lot of different department stores have it. The issue about getting it in a department store versus getting it online, because I don't sell that one. They don't sell to me because I'm not a big box store. But the difference in that one and getting one online is that they'll have a larger size range, unfortunately, online than what they will have in a Macy's or a Lord and Taylor or a Belk or wherever you're at. It's you'll have a better chance. Now, Nordstrom, you'll actually have a better chance, but I don't know. Their inventory's been kind of weird lately. But if you do know your size, then you should definitely try to get it there. It's a great sports bra. I stand by it.
So I don't even know if I should tell you which one I have on right now because it was not named by you. So
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, other women have other ones, and they work just fine for them. These are just the ones that are my personal favorites that I love, that I've worn, and that I stand by.
now, are these good for both the high impacts and running?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
so the only one that I would say I don't love for what running is the first one that I named, the one that I have on the Fila one, because I feel like okay, I'll list them. I feel like, again, at my cup size, I'm all the way at the end. I have this one in a 34L. So I feel like at my cup size, it's not good for running. But my girlfriend that is a 40G is cool. Like, she's fine. So it really depends on how heavy your bust is and how large it is. I would say if you're on the end of the spectrum like me, like if you're in that JKL, I would probably say not for running, but the smaller girls would be fine. I just need a little more impact on mine personally. But yes, all the other ones are all high impact bras. Now you can wear them during low impact workouts as well, but all of them in the description will say high impact.
Okay. Okay. And then C4C Global, Dr. Tammy needs you to list them one more time if you can.
Okay. So number one, and this is actually in order of importance to me. So number one is the Elila. So that's ELILA 2511 sports bra. Number two is the Wacoal. So WACOAL high impact sports bra. And that's the one with the underwire on the outside. Number three is the Elomi, ELOM as in Mary, I, Energized sports bra. And then my number four is the Prima Donna High Impact Sports Bra. Now, all these are different price ranges. They range from 55 to 125. So they're all different price ranges. For the most part, they all have a good size range. And the first one has the highest size range going up to an L. Yes, going up to an L and a 46 band. And I believe the Alomi one goes up to a 46K, if I'm not mistaken. So that first prize, that's a pretty good size range because most of the time you're going to a department store, a 40G is the biggest that you're going to find. unfortunately. I mean, they don't have nothing for it, which is terrible. But what do I? You know, I just do this every day. No, I'm just joking. I'm just.
Oh my goodness. I have thoroughly enjoyed our conversation.
And I'm happy.
Oh my goodness. I have enjoyed you, and I know everybody who have come through here have enjoyed you.
Yes. So, first of all, y'all already know you can follow me here at the ThePhillyBraLady. If you Google ThePhillyBraLady, tons of stuff will come up. YouTube videos, Facebook, all that type of stuff. But I'm more so on Instagram than any other social media platform.
So thank you all, and until next time, stay curvy.